the winner of Britain's Got Talent 2016 is Richard Jones. He is the first magician to ever have won the show. Here's what happened when I caught up with Richard just hours after his victory. Richard, lovely to meet you. Congratulations, you've just won Britain's Got Talent 2016. Is it sunk in yet?
It's starting to now, I think. Yeah, I mean the first moment it really hit me was coming off stage and going into the BGT team. We're all having a little after party afterwards, and I went through and they all kind of hugged me and said well done, and it kind of started to dawn on me then that what's actually just happened. Yeah, and then obviously today doing all this, I started to realise what a big deal it actually is.
Thinking, wow, this is huge, this is really big.
It really is. I still can't quite get over it at the moment.
And 10 years of Britain's Got Talent, why this year? Why did you think this year I'm going to give it a stab?
Oh, you know what, this year is such a big year for Britain. Obviously the Queen's 90th birthday and the 10th series of Britain's Got Talent is, I mean, to do the act that I did in the final, there would never ever be a more perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to do that. I'm over the moon.
And your performance, it evoked such emotion. Did you think it would evoke such emotion? You had Fergus with you, 97 years old, he came on, everyone was so proud. That must have been a real moment for you as well.
Oh yeah, you know what, I always knew I'd get emotional doing it. You'll see by my strange faces that I was putting at the end of the act, I was trying to hold back emotion. But I mean, even talking it through with friends, I said, this is what I've got planned. What do you think? I'm going to go on stage with Fergus Ankon, and telling them all about it. And everyone I told about was getting emotional just me explaining it, and having such an amazing piece of music going on, World in Union at the same time, and have my own band there. We stood there saluting with Fergus Ankon. I knew I'd get emotional. I knew there would be emotion in the crowd, but I'm just so pleased everyone enjoyed it.
But having that army background, did you feel like maybe you couldn't show emotion? Because when I think of the army, I think of no emotion. I think of strong and not showing the tears. And I could see you kind of blinking them back. You wanted to be emotional. Everyone was with you on that performance. Did you feel like, can I just let go now? Can I just cry?
Yeah, I let go a little bit when I left the stage. I lost it a bit there. I was getting a bit emotional, but yeah, because I was in uniform as well. I think there's a bit more pressure. I can't stand firm and look smart. Don't cry on stage. Not in uniform, kind of thing. Probably against Queen's regulations, no doubt.
And you sailed through as well. Your first audition, you got really good, got good praise. You won the public vote, the semi-final. When did you think, or was there a point you thought, you know what, I can win this?
I never really wanted to see it look at it as a competition, just because I don't like to think of it as in everyone's kind of competing against each other, because everyone was so lovely. Like I got to meet all of the acts, and they're all incredible what they do, and they're so lovely. I just really wanted to do as many performances to the biggest audience I could, as many as I could get done. So I just wanted to make sure I got to the final, just so I could do one more performance, and the biggest performance that I've ever done in my life. That was what I wanted to do, and to have done it now and to win is just like a massive bonus.
And it seems you've fused your passions together, the magic, the army, the music as well. Did you feel much pressure having to talk because you were narrating while you were doing your act as well? Was that pressure thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get my words wrong, what if I don't put the right cards out? What was going through your mind when you were performing that in front of everyone?
Yeah, there was so much pressure, because obviously it wasn't just my own reputation on the line, it was the reputation of Fergus and the band of the Household Cavalry being on stage with me, so there was a lot of pressure, and I mean, obviously I wanted to make sure I got the story, the most poignant parts of the story right, so that people could, because obviously I only have 2.5 minutes, and I mean I could talk about Fergus forever. He's got the most amazing story. I wanted to make sure I could allow the public to understand as much as they could about Fergus in that moment. So I did the best I could to get the story out with the cards, and obviously there's a lot of things I'm trying to think of at the same time, obviously. But I was really pleased with how it went. I showed Fergus before on the day as well. I went through it again just to say, are you happy with this story? Have we got some really poignant things here? And I went through it, and him and his biographer and another friend of his were sat there, and they were really happy with it. So that made my day, knowing that they were pleased with what I put together to tell his story.
And he was happy with it. Were you happy with it? Is there anything that you would change if you were to do it again tonight?
I don't think so. I just wanted to make sure, the most important thing was to make sure Fergus was happy with, because I'm telling his story. So, and when I showed it to him, I was really nervous that he was going to say, maybe change this, but he looked me in the eye and said, this is great. we're going to make history, and yeah, we did.
That must have been so heartwarming to hear that from him, someone that you've been inspired
definitely.
by.
Absolutely. He's the most incredible guy. He spent the whole day performing magic for the BGT team.
Did he?
And the Army guys, and then after the show he was performing till really late with Simon Cowell and Amanda. Yes, and he had a really long day that day, and he was performing magic the whole time.
That's so sweet.
He's so sharp and on the ball, and his magic is impeccable. It's really, really great.
And when did you do your first magic trick? When was that?
Well, I've been fascinated in magic since I was really young, but I didn't really start performing until I joined the Army, because obviously I started spending a lot more time away from home, which was tough for me at the time because I hadn't really done it. I hadn't really been away for very long at the time before then, and I spent a lot of time abroad as well, so I always had a pack of cards with me, and I was always trying out new things, just experimenting, just for fun really. And then gradually I started performing for one or two guys at work, and then a few more, and then they were spreading the word that actually this guy's got some pretty cool stuff, and then my name started spreading, and then now I do shows fairly often when we go to do military tattoos and abroad, and I put on shows for the host nations, troops and stuff. So and it was great because I had some emails last night from people from troops in New Zealand and France and Germany, and people have always seen me perform wherever we've been over the last few years. So to see them sending me emails saying, "I remember you doing this," there's something, blah blah blah. And yeah, it's really great to know that they're supporting me from so far away as well.
Following your progress, your journey.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you were so inspired by Fergus. Would you believe that now that kids are looking up to you, people are looking at you like an inspiration, little kids are wanting to do magic so much more now?
Yeah, you know, I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, it would be great if maybe I've inspired people to take up magic. That'd be great. It really would. I mean, I'd love to hear in the future if someone came to me and said, "I'm performing and I love doing magic and you inspire me." If I heard that, that would really be quite something special. But yeah, it would be great if I have inspired someone.
I think you are quite a bit of an inspiration to lots of little ones. I've been talking to lots of kids and
really?
they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love magic." It's opening up to, I think, a different audience, I think.
Oh,
as
brilliant.
well.
That's really good.
And also, you know, that performance yesterday, I think that would have been fit for the Queen and the Royal Family. How are you going to top that? What are you going to do?
You know what? It's going to be difficult. I don't know if I can top that, having Fergus and my own band on stage. But I'm going to try and do something just as patriotic. I haven't got any plans yet, but I'm going to try and put something really special together. For the Queen, it's worth putting a lot of time. I'm going to do something really special.
Oh, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing it. And again, congratulations on winning Britain's Got Talent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay tuned for more showbiz info from me, Ophelia Dennis for Unreality TV.